This is ready to go? Okay. All right. All right, everybody in here? Are y'all ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, good morning. My name is Joseph Chacon. I'm the Chief of Police. Let me introduce some of the people who are here as well. We have Assistant City Manager Ray Ariano. Ms. Sylvia Hardman is here from the Office of Police Oversight. Mr. Basil Ali is here from our City Legal Department. And then I have various members of our executive and command staff that are here as well. Here to provide a briefing on an officer-involved shooting that occurred just a few hours ago. What's important to remember is that the facts that I'm about to put out are very preliminary right now and could actually change based on the investigation as it proceeds. But I always like to put out as much information as early as I can so that the public can know. This occurred on August the 8th at 11:13 p.m., so approximately 3 hours ago on August 8th. An officer, APD officer, conducted a traffic stop on a motorcycle at the intersection of Cameron and 290. As the motorcycle came to a stop, the operator of that motorcycle began running from the officer southbound on Cameron Road. The officer jumped out of his vehicle and gave chase on foot. As the officer was chasing the subject, he did observe that the subject was holding a firearm. He gave instructions multiple times for the subject to drop that firearm. At this time, a Texas DPS trooper was in the area, was monitoring the APD radio, and then responded to assist the officer who was in foot pursuit. That motorcycle operator ran into a strip center located at the intersection. There are several businesses there, several vehicles that were parked in front, and one of those vehicles had an occupant sitting in the vehicle waiting on somebody else. That vehicle and the occupant of that vehicle are completely unrelated to the traffic stop. They just happen to be sitting there. However, our motorcycle operator entered that vehicle from the passenger side and attempted to carjack that vehicle, telling the operator of the vehicle to begin driving. The officer and the trooper obviously observed this, and both then discharged their firearms at the motorcycle operator. That suspect was struck while he was sitting inside of the attempted carjacking vehicle. The driver, the person who was originally sitting in that vehicle, was not injured, was able to quickly jump out of the vehicle and to move away from that vehicle. The officer and the DPS trooper were not struck by any gunfire and were not injured. Officers ultimately were able to quickly extract the motorcycle operator out of the vehicle, perform life-saving measures, and ultimately he was transported by EMS to a local hospital where he remains in critical but stable condition at this time. There was also a firearm that was recovered at the scene. The operator of the motorcycle is described as a white male, approximately 30 years of age. Our officer who's involved is an officer who has less than 1 year of service with APD, and I do not have any information on the DPS trooper. DPS, I believe, will be putting out a statement at a later time on any information on that trooper. As is APD policy, we will be placing the officer on administrative duty while the investigation is ongoing, and there will be 2 concurrent investigations that will occur into this officer-involved shooting. The first is a criminal investigation that will be conducted jointly by APD's Special Investigations Unit and the Texas DPS Rangers in coordination with the Travis County District Attorney's Office. The second is an administrative investigation that will be conducted by APD's Internal Affairs Division with oversight from the Office of Police Oversight. Also, per APD policy, we will be releasing the body-worn camera and any other relevant video that we have within 10 working days. We're asking anyone that has information related to this case to please contact APD. You can call 911 or 311, or you can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers at 512-472-TIPS. As I stated at the beginning, this information right now is very preliminary. Really, this is about all that I have at this time, but if there are any questions that I can answer that might further clarify.
Did you say, did the suspect discharge his weapon?
That's still part of the investigation right now. I did not say that, and we're still looking into that.
And then what, do you know why he was being pulled over?
I believe it was just a traffic violation.
Do you know what number officer involved shooting this is up to this point this year?
I don't. Our PIO can put that out tomorrow. All right. Thank you all very much. That concludes the briefing.